Right. Last night's game was on TNT. We did get some interesting comments from our friend Charles Barkley on the Warriors. Look, he's long been a critic of their style of play. He's reduced them to a jump shooting team. But this time he did take it further. Take a listen.
You're really a Golden State hater. Yeah. There is no way. You have never, in the last 2 years, this team has been to the finals. At no point ever on this show have you ever said they were the best team in the West. Because in 2 years, and they've been to the final twice. That is blasphemous.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
I never listen. Maybe I'm old school, but I'm never gonna like that little girly basketball where you have to outscore.
Well, at least you finally came out and said something like that.
Look, I worked with Charles for 3 years at TNT. We've been friends for a lot longer. I love that man like a big brother. I did text him last night, and I said, Chuck, think about how it feels for girls watching you to hear you use girly or girls as a substitute word for weak or lame. It's not okay. And his point back to me was that he was just having some fun, and that, as he put it, quote, intent matters, and he is right, it does. But to borrow one of Chuck's own favorite phrases, in my opinion, that is still not good enough of a reason to feel okay about using that expression. And this isn't a PC police thing. I'm not offended in any way. This is just about girls out there who love watching Chuck talk about basketball as much as I do, who shouldn't have to grow up feeling that they are the living human stand-in definition for being less than or weak. And frankly, young boys shouldn't be growing up thinking that about girls either. Where are you, Tracy, on this?
Yes, he used a bad substitute word. I'm a fan of basketball, whether it's men or women, college or the pros. I definitely think that was disrespectful towards women basketball. On another note, I think him saying that, the way they play is that type of style, I disagree with him in this sense. It's the evolution of our game, right? That is our style. Now, some may say, well, Charles, back when you played, you backed your opponent down for 15 seconds. Like, that was pretty boring to watch. You know what I mean? So it's the evolution of our game. I think he has to get over, guys taking multiple threes.
It's coded language, but I'll just leave it at this. Tell Draymond Green he plays girly basketball. I mean, that's the Warriors play.
Right, but you're doing it too now.
Now it is soft. The game, I've said, is soft.
Take the word out, put another word in. Tell Draymond Green he plays soft.
Soft.
Right. Tell Zaza Pachulia he plays soft.
Yes,
right.
yes, not girly.
Let's see Charles take some elbows from Zaza and see if it's soft.
I will say, of course, the Warriors' ultimate revenge in this is always the photo, right? And Chuck, being a very good sport, did pose for this photo. I don't know if we can show it of him. Yeah, where he said that a jump shooting team couldn't win an NBA championship, and then after the Warriors won the championship, someone sent him this shirt, and he was a good sport.
By the way, the Cavs are a jump shooting team too, so you could almost rechange the colors and put two.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a team that has played in 2 championships back to back, and possibly may play in the 3rd. So.
And I love Charles, still love Charles, and we'll move on from there. All right, we are going to take a quick break here. Welcome back to The Jump from the Windy City, the iconic Chicago Tribune building on Michigan Avenue there, and we are pleased to welcome in General Manager of the Bulls, Garth Foreman. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, most people will tell you that they have this careful off-season plan. It's all done to a T. They know how they're going to do a free agency. They know about the draft. If you sit here and tell me that you knew back in April that Dwayne Wade, Rajon Rondo were going to be joining Jimmy Butler on this team, I would be surprised to hear you say that.
Well, we didn't know that one. I mean, we had a plan.
Yes.
And, our plan was we knew we had to make changes to the roster. And, we had a really nice run for 6 or 7 years. I think the injuries really put us in a tough place. So our plan was, we thought we had some good young pieces. We wanted to add some youth to our roster, and we did. We've now got 10 players on our roster with 3 years less experience. But in doing so, we kind of debated, do we want to go to a full rebuild, or do we want to retool this roster? And our decision was to retool it when you've got a Jimmy Butler and some of the young players that we have. So we did want to add got some veterans that A, can contribute on the floor, and B, from a leadership perspective, kind of show our young guys what they needed to be doing in the next several years as they develop. So obviously, when Dwayne did become available, we got the best of what we could have hoped for, and it's been everything we hoped for plus more.
There was a little bit of the feeling of, oh, this great opportunity is here, let's grab it. This opportunity is here with Rajon Rondo, let's grab it. How concerned were you, or what was your concern about how they would fit together, the chemistry in the locker room, but also on the floor? You're talking spacing issues, shooting issues.
Yeah.
What were you worried about?
Well, we read a lot about that, but that wasn't a huge concern of ours. We've got some guys that can shoot the ball, in Nikola Mirotic, Doug McDermott, Valentine, who we drafted, Isaiah Cannon, who shot it very well for Philly last year. So, what we were looking at is we had 3 guys that could play make with the basketball, and that's something we hadn't had in the years past. And so we thought they would fit from that perspective, and we really thought their personalities would fit. And I know you guys have read about where Jimmy spent some time with Dwayne when we were recruiting him, and they talked about it. And we spent a lot of time with Rajon for a couple of days before we signed him, and we felt that those 3 wouldn't have a problem fitting here on the floor, and so far they haven't. They've got along great.
From what you see, what kind of impact does Dwayne Wade have on Jimmy Butler?
Well, really he's impacted all our players. And, and I've said this a couple times about Dwayne. I've been here 18 years now, been the GM for 8. I've never been around a player that gets it at every level like he gets it. And Brian, you were around him quite a bit, but from an organizational standpoint, from a team standpoint, what he does in the locker room, what he does on the practice floor, how he prepares, which again is such a positive for Jimmy, but for all of our players. And the added benefit of all that is he can still play. So you're getting the best of both worlds. And again, we've just been thrilled with what he's brought to this.
That was a setup question. So tell the cast, why didn't you sign me when I was available?
I know we talked about it.
It's available now.
Come on, guard.
You actually look like you can still play.
By the way, when he's at these arenas, he starts shooting. I can tell you.
I guess I didn't get it.
Scottie Pippen says all the time, and you guys have seen Scottie, he's 49, 50 now. He looks like he can still play.
Yes.
But he'll sit up with us some during the games, and he'll look down at some older players who are now have gone from 3 to stretch 4, and he'll say, my goodness, I could be a stretch 4 in today's game. So I guess I'm going to ask you, could you be a stretch 4?
In today's game, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so
could you guard stretch 4s?
Absolutely.
Okay. All
I
right.
see Shannon Fry out here. I could guard Shannon Fry.
So you're supposed to be on Countdown later tonight, but that might not happen because you might get a contract in between now and then.
You don't have a roster spot.
We'll see what happens. You talked about making the decision that you wanted to retool some things here. Take me through the process of deciding that you were going to move on from Derrick Rose, who'd been such a central part of this franchise for so long.
Yeah, I think it was really the opportunity that we had. We going into the summer, we realized it was probably going to be difficult to keep Joakim Noah and Pau Gasol. And, we thought to get a guy like Robin Lopez, who's been fantastic for us, but to get a 28-year-old center that was locked up on a good contract long term, along with getting Jaren Grant, who's a guy we liked in the draft, we just thought it was a great opportunity for us as we retooled the roster again. With Jaren, get somebody younger, Lopez, get somebody younger. You got to give to get.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a win for both sides because we fully felt Derrick was going to have a very good year, but we knew he was going into free agency a year from now, and we just thought we could solidify what we were trying to do by getting those couple players.
I mean, you don't usually trade away a guy who was an MVP for you not that long ago. It there must have been a little bit of a catch there of, okay, is this really the right move?
Well, I mean, we debated quite a bit about it, and but like I said, we were going to be able to fill some needs that we felt we had, and I think it's good for Derrick also. That he gets a fresh start. Mm-hmm. So, like any trade, you hope it's a win-win, and I think it has been.
Let's talk about Jimmy Butler as well. Obviously, continuing to flourish here.
Yeah.
We heard all the rumors. You guys were considering dealing him as well.
Right.
How much truth was there to any of that?
There really wasn't. And, obviously we were getting calls about Jimmy. And some of that was put out, I think, a year ago when Jimmy had made the comment about Fred.
Right.
So some of that he brought on himself, and we had talked about that. But we got calls. It's our job to listen. But we know we have a special player in Jimmy Butler.
And under contract, Gar. He's under contract.
Under very good contract long term.
But it's a great contract.
Yeah.
You couldn't. There's like maybe 2 or 3 guys in the league I would trade Jimmy Butler for, not to do Gar's job for him.
Right.
But I didn't hear any of them attached.
And again, he fit with what we were trying to do is get younger. He still was 26 years old at the time on a good contract, and we've talked all along. He'll continue to get better in the role because of the way he works and his mindset. And he's taken a whole nother step this year. He's, both from what he's doing on the floor and also from a leadership perspective. He's been terrific as far as, again, how he prepares, how he practices, engaging with teammates. So it's been very positive.
I love that video we were showing before. It was from your team video of the guys in the movie theater together, and just getting along together. It just seems like you couldn't have asked for all of that to work out better than it has.
The vibe's been terrific, and really 1 through 15, our guys are in a good place. And so there's going to be bumps in the road because we have 4 new starters and 10 new players. But as long as the vibe's good, guys are working, guys are competing and playing together, I think we've got a chance to have a good team.
Well, number 3 in the Eastern Conference right now. Not too
bad.
So congratulations on that. We look forward to tonight and seeing the battle go there.
Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you. And if you do hire away Tracy in the next hour or two, just give him to the end of the show.
Hey, they brought me in for a workout when I was a free agent. I came in here and sweat.
You almost did. I mean,
and didn't get a call back.
Do we want to retell the story?
Damn, Gar.
Do we want to retell the story about how you were almost traded for Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan squashed the deal? This is before your time.
Yeah, because I worked with Jerry Krause, and Jerry was a huge fan.
Almost made a deal that would have changed the course of NBA history.
You were a free agent several times when you were younger. You could have come here another time.
It worked out. Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
I should have reminded you of that. Didn't we have you in on a free agent visit?
Yeah, but man, that was bad. It was bad.
We will continue this conversation during the break. Thank you, Brian Windhorst. We'll be back right after this, talking a little bit about the Cavaliers. And first, take a look at our distant replay from this date on 2004.
And the Spurs shooting is dipped after that great start. Oh, now that is a throwdown. Ben Wallace does not have many of those against him.
It's a make or miss league. It's a make or miss league. Make or miss. It's a make or miss league. Make or miss. It's a make or miss. It's a make or miss league.
Look how fancy we are. Make no-look dimes. Marcus Gasol went over the shoulder. Perfect no-look assist.
Better do that while you're ahead, not behind.
One of the best big passing big man in our league.
Yeah, it doesn't really get enough credit for that, right, Trace?
Not at all.
All right, we go on to missed punishments. Doc Rivers fined $15,000 for his tirade and criticism of the officiating. Actually, a little lighter.
That's it.
You know, Doc makes about $90,000 a game. I just want to point that out.
Hey, man.
I mean,
don't count another man's money.
Everyone can use $15,000, Brian. Make plans. Mavs point guard Darren Williams opened a mixed martial arts gym in Dallas. Says he plans to compete in the octagon after his basketball career is over.
I don't think he should be talking about the end of his career right now.
As long as his
strong signal is sent.
As long as he's staying shape and don't
look at
that. Like some of these guys retired.
See, I think he would like it if that's what he looked like. I think he'd be happy. Missed balance last night. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson made Malcolm Brogdon fall with a crossover. Finished at the rim. Great move for bad defense, Trace.
That was terrible defense.
What's the finish? The jump stop was just as impressive. It was a better finish than it was a cross.
Straight clumsiness right there.
Make roughhousing, a lot of chippiness across the NBA last night, guys. Several incidents in several games. Tracy, you like this? You like the old school basketball?
We had some physicality in the games last night. Yes. Oh, yes. I love it.
You did have some physicality.
Yes, Bobby Jackson.
That, we could
yes,
show.
Bobby Jackson.
That, by the way,
slam.
Oh,
Yes.
Did that cost you $50?
Yes.
Oh, come on. And the old school probably didn't call him anyway. Hey, look who's joining us.
What's up, Brian? Don't throw some strikes there with you used to pitch in the Negro Leagues there, boy.
Why is he wearing the road jersey?
Oh, well. This is what he was wearing today. We'll get him back. That's good. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for tonight. We got a lot to come on ESPN.